And if you can hear me, put a one in the comments for me, please. If you can hear me, put a one. Hi. Put a one in the comments for me. I don't know if I like this. Hi. Let me know where you are watching from. Let me know where you are watching from. Hi there. Let me know where you're watching from. Child, my hair is doing whatever, but I'm just gonna let it, okay? This is not about to stress me out. Come on in, come on in, come on in. We're having a very good conversation today. I'm really excited about today's topic. It's called the love reset. And it's called, hey, from Monroe, Louisiana. It's called the love reset, how to rewire your mind and your energy for the love you actually want. Now, y'all know I normally don't have the love conversations, but I'm going to have the conversation and I'm having a conversation for a reason. Um, I did a thread over on Threads and I was talking about uh love and butterflies and the feelings and all that type of stuff and what that actually means, and people were in a frenzy. They were just like, so that's what it means, da 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 da. And I'm just like, yeah, it's science behind it. So today I'm going to talk specifically to people who just kind of want to rewire, because here's the thing that I think a lot of women need to understand and realize right now. People are desperate, and I'm kind of tired of I'm tired of seeing y'all get scammed by men because you don't really understand your own value and you don't really understand yourself. Hi, my love. You don't really understand yourself and you don't really understand the energy behind love. So specifically, I'm going to talk about that today. And if some people are like, well, what does it mean? I have worked and supported my clients, not just in the areas of being able to make money, but being able to date up and to be able to elevate their marriages, communication in their marriages, as well as I have supported women in actually getting engaged. I don't really like to talk about that because I'm not a relationship coach. I focus more so on energetics. So the key thing is, when it comes down to anything, is always energetics. So today I'm going to be talking specifically about three things. Okay. Hold on. I thought my iPad was stuck now. Wait. Okay. Don't stress me out. Wait, it is stuck. I don't want to get my computer. Why are we acting stuck? Okay, there we go. Good deal. We just moving slow. Hold on, I might have to get my computer, y'all, and I hate that. I don't want to do that. Let me turn it off and turn it back on. The reason why I'm doing this because I'm tired of really tired of women being scammed, and I think in this season right now specifically, inflation is happening. Tariffs on the way. You're going to see a lot of people operating from a space of desperation. You're going to see a lot of people trying to be in your face. You're going to see a lot of people telling you sweet nothings and all the different stuff so they can get in your space because they're desperate and they want to get things from you. So this live is going to support you in really being able to kind of understand what the love reset actually looks like so that you can rewire your mind and your energy to get the type of love that you want. Now, this can happen in the form of friendship, and this can happen in the form of romantic relationship. It can be applied either way. Okay. So I want us to get into it because at this point in the game, y'all, in 2025, you should not still be getting scammed by narcissistic men. And I'm just going to keep it real with you. You should not, because women who fall for narcissistic men consistently are women who lack spiritual grounding. Because a woman who is spiritually grounded and who is very clear on herself, is very difficult to fool her. It's very difficult to pull the wool over her eyes. It's extremely difficult to do that. So specifically, what I'm going to talk about today is I'm going to talk about why love is not about luck. I'm going to talk about the three major love blocks and why most women continue to be stuck in certain scenarios and situations. And then I'm going to talk about the feminine science of love, how love actually works. So, congratulations and welcome to Feminine Science 101. If this is your first time joining me, I teach feminine science on Fridays. And specifically today, we're going to be talking about the love reset, where we're focusing on how to rewire your mind and your energy to receive the type of love that you want. And this is coming in the area of friendship. This is coming in the area of romance, however you want to apply it. And I just thought today would be perfect, okay, to be able to do this. What I do ask of you is to send this to another amazing woman leader who is interested in resetting her energy around love. Okay, so make sure that you share this because it's going to be powerful. And I got something for you at the end for the ones who really want to do that real work. Okay. All right. But for those who do not know who I am, my name is Elle Antoinette. I am a feminine leadership strategist, and what I do specifically is that I help women leaders burn their old identities in order to amplify their magnetism, master their emotions, make more money, and get healthier by simply aligning with their feminine design and oozing feminine energy. A lot of the women that come to work with me are your leaders. They are your doctors, your attorneys, your nurses, your coaches, your leaders just in general in life. These women are extremely ambitious. These women probably hustle to get to the top. And when they realize when they got to the top, the hustle was a scam, the hustle was a lie, and they're extremely exhausted. And so I support them in aligning with their feminine energy so that they can make more money and work less, so that they can attract what it is that they truly want by using their feminine magnetism. So I love the work that I do. It's resulting in my clients going from 5 figures to 6 figures, 6 figures to multi 6 figures, as well as literally going from 0 to almost 15,000 in cash in less than 30 days. I've supported my clients. I have had clients who have gotten engaged after working with me. I have had clients who have elevated their communication in their marriages to save their marriages after working with me. I have clients that went from failed engagements to dating high value, high level men that really, really, really support them. Okay? So, if you want a love reset, that's my fan, I'm about to move it. If you want the love reset, then you are in the right place, because if you want to reset on love, you're going to have to rewire and do some things differently. And if you're not prepared to do some things differently, you're going to be in trouble, because I'm going to tell you something. You're going to hear a lot of men and a lot of people telling you they love you in the next coming 3 to 6 months, because them tariffs going to be up, them prices going to be high, and people need somewhere to live and stay. And I need y'all to not be stuck on stupid, because Satan is on the move. Okay? I need y'all not to be stuck on stupid, because Satan is on the move, and he is very easy to get to you when you are in a space. Can you hear me now? Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly right now, because I just moved the position of this fan. No, you're fine. Do me a favor and put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Oh, it's already. Oh, I know it's already in motion. I know it's already in motion, girl, because I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. So I already know it's in motion. You know, the season of hobos are very much so heavy. And it's only going to get worse. And this is why women who have resources and women who do well for themselves really need to be very careful. And they need to rewire their mind for what they want and their energy for what they want, and not for what they don't want. Okay? Which they don't want somebody to come into their life and drain them. So I'm going to tap into that and talk heavy on that this morning. I want y'all to get really, really clear, because you should not be still being seduced by narcissistic men in 2025. Especially if you've been following me. Especially if you've been on my lives. There's no reason why you should be falling for them. And if you haven't, if you've just been on my lives and you haven't been in my master classes, you might want to up level that, because in this season, thank you, my love, for these gifts and likes. What is going to, in this season, you need to hold tight to your crown. Like it tells you in Revelations 3:11, it says, hold tight to your crown. Holding tight to your crown means to hold tight to your consciousness. And the way that a lot of you are losing your mind behind men who would not help you if you had a flat tire is completely insane to me. We are in a season now to where the people in your life should only be people who are adding value to you. And that's men and women. The word of the year is community. Get you some. And get them cloud chasers out of your face. Get those people who are only using you to get to the next level out of your face. Because you're going to see the savage come out in them very soon. Because things are on the rise. We got like 30 minutes, 3 to 6 months before you really start feeling the things that are coming down the pipeline. Get yourself prepared, because people are going to be coming. Oh, I love you. People coming back. All kind of things. Don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. Rewire your mind. And like I said, the reason why I'm doing this live is because I was on Threads and I was just very shocked when I was speaking about how butterflies is not a sign of love. And I was shocked. Butterflies in the stomach is not a sign of love, but actually a sign from your nervous system that you are in trouble. And I was shocked at the amount of women who did not understand it and did not know that. I was very shocked at the mindset of a lot of women still running on the Disney programming, wondering why they're not getting the love that they actually desire. It's crazy work. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I receive your love. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get into it. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. The love reset, if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my iPad, of course, with my notes. The love reset, how to rewire your mind and your energy for the love that you actually want. A lot of us get love, and I think I saw a post the other day that says, I understand just because you love me doesn't mean that I feel loved by you. That's so cute. Thank you. Just because you say you love me does not necessarily mean that I feel loved by you. It's a very profound statement. Love is a word that is used very loosely these days, and a lot of people have it very confused by thinking that love is a feeling when it is not. Love is an action. When people love you, they show you via action. Okay? And it even shows you this in scripture. When you think about love is patient, love is kindness, these are choices. These are choices to act this way, because you can choose to act completely different. Okay? So love is a choice. Love is an action word. And y'all got to stop falling for charms and spells of narcissistic men, because it's spiritual. And it's because you don't understand your own energetics that you continue to fall for it. I tell women all the time, and I'm going to talk about this in this masterclass that I'm having on the 27th. Women women tend to fall for love bombing because they are starved of love themselves and they are not used to love. And because of that, they are so enamored when a person does something for them that they get so caught up in it, and they actually believe that the person desires great things for them. But that's because they don't do great things for themselves, which is why I explain to women that you should have a standard for yourself, because self-care is the key fundamental of every single relationship, and you set the tone of how people treat you by the way you treat yourself. Okay? You should set the tone of how you treat yourself, because other people are only going to follow your example. So if you don't do things for yourself, you should not have an expectation for people to do things for you. I've never understood why women would require high-level things from men that they do not do for themselves. If you yourself cannot afford a Birkin bag, that should not be your standard, that someone continues to give you Birkin bags when you don't even own one for yourself. It does not make any sense. You set the standard of how people are going to treat you. Love is not something that is luck. It is something that is, like I said, it's an action. And to be able to receive love is extremely intentional. And I've explained this before, how self-love is a fire element and how external love is a water element. In order for you to attract outside love, right, you have to set yourself on fire, meaning you have to fuel yourself so much. You have to be so completely enamored with yourself that your mindset completely shifts. When somebody does something nice for you, you're not saying, oh, this person is so amazing, they did this for me. Your mindset is, I'm so amazing that this person recognized my value enough to be able to do this. I'm just that fly. And a lot of women think, oh my God, he's so amazing, he did this, he did that. And that's exactly how y'all begin love bomb. Because you are starved of love yourself, because you don't love yourself. You haven't set yourself on fire. So to wonder why water isn't attracted to you, water comes when the fire is out. Haven't you paid attention to that? So when you set yourself on fire, water is so enamored that you are on fire that water seeks you. That's how it goes, okay? So understand that self-love is a fire element first, and that external love is a water element second. So if you are seeking external love, you might want to set yourself on fire first before you have an expectation for someone in to come in and do that for you, okay? You don't outsource your love. It starts with you. You first get in deep-rooted relationship with the one that created you, so you understand what love is, and you operate from love, and you become love, so much so that people can't help but to love you. And that's just what it is. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. This session is going to disrupt a lot of outdated narratives about love. It's going to expose why many women unconsciously repel love. It's going to introduce the feminine science of love, because today on Fridays I teach feminine science. It's going to explain why feminine science of love is the missing link. And the goal is to get you clear on this understanding so that you don't fall victim. Okay? Because there's a very thin line between being a victim and a volunteer for an experience. And a lot of women are volunteering for experiences and then turning around saying that they are victims when nobody can play you without your permission, your participation, or the fact that you simply weren't paying attention. So what line did you fall into? If you don't like accountability, I'm probably not your girl and you probably want to leave now. That's one. If this is your first time joining me, I'm definitely not the one that's going to coddle you in your BS. I believe women should take accountability, because here's what you have to understand about things is this. Men may be the gatekeepers of marriage, but we as women are the gatekeepers of our wounds, and we are the gatekeepers of our legacy. So don't talk to me about what type of person this is when you chose to do X, Y, Z and allow them into your portal. We need to be a lot more patient, which is why patience is a spiritual fruit. You need to pay attention to the people that you are dealing with before you decide to open yourself up to them, because that's what we're not doing. Okay? That's what we're not doing. So like I said, there's a very fine line between being a victim and a volunteer. And a lot of women are volunteering for experiences and then want to turn around and place blame as if they are victims. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Take accountability for what you chose and what you allowed. Okay? If your love life feels like your love life in the sense of friendship, your love life in the sense of romance, if it just feels like an ending cycle of disappointment, situationships you're kind of always in, or just being straight up confused about the men that you're dealing with, if that is where you are and that is the space that you are in, thank y'all so much for these comments and likes. If you are in the space of that, it's not about luck, it's not about bad timing or not even being enough. It's about alignment. This is why it tells you in scripture that you should be equally yoked, but you won't even wait long enough to see if you guys are even aligned before you lay down with them. And when you lay down with somebody and allow them into your portal, you wonder why you can't stop thinking about them. You wonder why you feel as if you cannot control yourself when it comes down to them. That's because you are not a good gatekeeper of your portal. Be very careful not to allow people to make your womb a wasteland because you allow toxicity in your portal. It's very sacred. It's extremely sacred, and society has truly dampened the sacredness of it with hookup culture and everything. But hookup culture never benefited women. Never. It's never been a benefit for a woman to participate in hookup culture. Not ever. Because the truth of it is, a lot of women who desire to date and marry men, if we want to go ahead and get into it, you really want companionship. You don't just want the pipe. So why are you just settling for the pipe and getting played for the pipe? It just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense, okay? The love that you are experiencing right now in your life is a direct reflection of your beliefs, okay? Because your beliefs impact your biology, and your biology influences the way you behave, baby. And if you don't reset those things, you're going to keep repeating the same patterns over and over and over in different relationships. This is how you keep attracting the same type of man in a different body. And let me tell you something for 2025 that you need to understand and be very clear on, okay? In this season, you need to be very careful about who you deal with. Because like I said, according to Revelations 3:11, you need to hold tight to your crown. You need to hold tight to your consciousness. Because truthfully, they're coming for your top. And they're doing it by coming through your portal and entering your heart, which is why it tells you to guard your heart above everything else, because from it flows life. If you take too many hits to the heart in general, right, eventually the heart is going to defend itself. And normally when the heart tends to defend itself, it tends to come across like it's an attack. The heart does not attack itself. The heart defends itself, okay? The heart does exactly what the brain tells it to do. So, and this is something that you need to understand and be very clear about as well, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the love reset and why your current love life is the way it is and what needs to shift so that you can experience love on a whole new level. And I'm not just talking about in the sense of romance, because a lot of women tend to bypass, you know, the love of family, the love of friends, the love of, you know, people who just are around you because you don't feel like you have romantic love, which is quite ridiculous. Don't dismiss what you have around you, searching and seeking for something else. Because the truth of the matter is, you can't outsource love. You have to first be love if you want to receive love. It's literally that simple. A lot of women don't receive the love that they want because they're not a energetic match for that. Because it tells you in scripture to love yourself as you love your neighbor, but y'all too busy trying to love your neighbors. Love them. You're not loving them if you're not loving yourself, if you're not honoring yourself. So let's go ahead and get into why love isn't about luck. It's truly about alignment. Number one, most women have really been conditioned to believe that love is something that you either find or something you work hard for. Okay? But how about if you're trying to find something, that means it's lost? Okay? So when I hear someone saying things like, oh, I'm just looking for love, if you're looking for love, then to you in your mind, love is lost if you feel as if you need to find it. Okay? At the same time, all right, a lot of women feel like they have to work extremely hard for love. They need to struggle in order to be loved, which is absolutely ridiculous as well. Love is to be received, not chased. It's to be received, not chased. Okay? It's not about the effort. It's actually about alignment. And I think that's what a lot of women miss. A lot of women, they look at the verse about being equally yoked and they just take that as just this one thing, like, oh, we both need to be Christians, when it's a lot deeper than that. There has to be alignment there. There's shared values. You guys are going in the same direction. Like, it has to make sense. You understand what I'm saying? So the key thing that people need to understand is that love is not random. It follows laws, just like wealth, success, and energy. For example, women who deeply believe that they are desired, that they are loved, and that they are safe in love, they naturally attract it with ease. Women who hold fear, doubt, and limiting beliefs about love actually repel it without realizing it. Your childhood programming in regard to love makes a huge difference about how you see love as an adult. If you grew up in a household where you saw, and the programming was, that all men are trash, men do this, men do that, men are this, men are that, subconsciously that is your programming. So you develop this fear of men, which positions you to create walls. Now, I want to be very clear about something. As a woman, you should definitely have boundaries. Be very clear about that. Boundaries, however, are gates, right? Those are what you call gates. Walls are, you want to think about like Rapunzel, how she was all the way at the top and she was completely centered off. Walls are things that you expect people to climb over. And truthfully, men who are in their healthy masculine are not going to climb walls to prove a point to you. But they will walk into gates that they are welcomed into. You understand what I'm saying? You should not have expectation for someone to climb over walls to see about you when you have built these walls up. Gates are very, very different. It's almost, if I had to do the equivalent, let's just say, if it was, I've said this before, your heart is the club, right? Let's just say your heart is the club. So we're talking about your heart is the club. It's the best place to be. Everybody in the world wants to be in your heart. You know what I'm saying? They want to be in your space. So what are you going to do to make sure that that space stays safe? You're going to check ID, right? You're going to check ID. You're going to make sure that they're above age, okay? You're going to make sure that they understand the rules before they come into the club, before you just let them in. It is the same concept when it comes down to your heart. There should be requirements to access your energy. There should be rules to engage with you. At point blank period, there are requirements to access my energy. A man can't just immediately get access to me. And it's not because I dislike men or I necessarily have an issue with men. I just have a lot going on. So no one can just walk into my space. There are requirements to get access to my energy. The low level requirements to even get access to my energy, you have to be aware, you have to be authentic, and you have to be accountable. If you can't meet them three, you ain't even finna make it to the next level. You ain't even finna get in the club. I appreciate you driving up here to this gate, but you don't qualify. And I need you to turn around. You're not old enough. Or you can't come in here with these weapons. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you really have to be very clear about what it takes to engage with you long term. Because a lot of women really don't know. A lot of women don't know the difference between whether or not they want attention, or if they want to lay down with somebody, or if they want a relationship, or if they want a marriage, or if they just want a friend. And you are out here doing things, not being clear about what you want, and wondering why men keep you in a state of confusion. It is because they only reflect who you are. They only reflect the energy that you give, right? Because you only going to meet yourself. You are only going to meet yourself. What you entertain is who you are, whether you realize it or not. And I know a lot of women will try to say things like, oh, I hang with her, but I ain't really like her. Girl, if your friend hoish, so let's get into it. If your friend is hoish and she sleep with everybody man and she sleep with everybody husband and this and this and that, and your excuse is y'all been friends for a long time, let me tell you something. How can two walk together and not agree? In some form or fashion, y'all meet each other. You may not be knocking them husbands down, but there's a part of you that meets her where she is. So the thing is, you can't deny your circle. You cannot deny who you are, because they're going to be surrounded by you. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into the 3 major blocks of why most women tend to be stuck, right? When it comes down to the type of love that they want to experience, and different things like that. If you're not experiencing the love you want, then probably one or more of these blocks that I'm going to break down for you today is probably the reason why, or it's at play, okay? So the first block that you need to pay attention to is that you have an issue possibly with self-concept misalignment, okay? Who you believe you are in love, that's the main thing. So here's the thing. You only can receive love at the level in which you believe that you deserve it. So if you don't believe that you deserve love, there's a misalignment with your self-concept, because you don't think that you're worthy of love. And most people who think that they're not worthy of love also struggle with receiving compliments. They also struggle with being paid high level. They're scared to ask for more money. They're scared to ask for things that they should be able to ask for, simply because they have a misaligned perception of self. And on Tuesday, I talked with the women in the Magnetic Muse, my 12-week experience, and I did a self-concept activity with them where I taught them how to activate a brand new identity. That if they wanted to step into the next level of life, that is going to be required. You have to burn the old identity. If subconsciously you were told things, or let me say this, if subconsciously you hold abandonment wounds, or you hold wounds around unworthiness, or you have massive trust issues, you will only attract partners that confirm those fears. Those will only be the partners that you entertain. And that's because you sit on the frequency of fear. When you sit on the frequency of fear, let's just say if you are a person who has anxious attachment style, right? You are sitting on the vibrational state of fear. You will only meet men who are on the same level that are going to trigger that fear, because that is where you sit. When you sit in those spaces, you can only attract where you are. Your love is a high vibrational state. And you're not going to attract love operating from a state of fear. You will only attract people who confirm what you believe. If you believe deep down that love always fails, men aren't consistent, then guess what? Your energy is going to filter out any form of healthy love, okay? And it's only going to attract what validates your belief, which is always your experience. This is why you hear people always saying, men ain't this, men ain't that, I don't trust people, people ain't that. This is your experience. This is why you have to be very careful about the things that you digest from people. Even sometimes the people that came before you. See, you can't pick up your mother's experience, because your mother made her own choices and decisions based on her beliefs, and those things you don't understand. So if you take that mind frame that all men or all women or all people operate this way, then subconsciously that is all you're going to see in your reality, because you are doing nothing but confirming that belief. And that's a block, because there's a misalignment in the area of self-concept. Your concept of self, your perception of self is flawed in such a way that you attract people from that flawed space. Point blank period. Point blank period. You are never bigger than your beliefs. You are never bigger than the program. You are never bigger than the program. Never. Never ever bigger than the program. And the truth of the matter is, why you're never bigger than the program, because the program is in you, and you've been being programmed since you were a child. And if you have not updated that programming, if you have not reprogrammed your mind, y'all, my eyes watering so bad, it's annoying. If you have not reprogrammed your mind, then you are still running off the programming of childhood. So don't talk to me about all the self-esteem you got. when I'm looking at the people that you choose to be in relationship that continue to disrespect you and dishonor you, but you want to get on Instagram and get on Facebook and post pictures and talk about how you know your worth. No, you don't. No, you don't. And the more you continue to lie about knowing your worth, which is exactly why the universal algorithm reflects to you the truth about who you are. We see you. And just because we see you don't mean necessarily that we are going to say anything, but we see you. You can't hide from who you are, because guess what? Energetics don't lie. So who you believe you are in love, that's who you are, baby. That's who you are. So that's the first block, self-concept misalignment. The second block is energetic misalignment, okay? Your nervous system and feminine energy specifically is what I'm speaking of when it comes down to this. Your body holds on to emotional patterns. They hold on to past emotional patterns. And if love has ever felt unsafe for you, right? Your nervous system will literally repel it even if you want it. See, that's why the man that you love so much in that situationship, right? You care about him so much. You feel like you can't live without him. But at the same time, he drives your anxiety up. He drives you crazy. He drives you completely insane. You can't sit comfortable with him. You always feel like you got to check his phone. You always feel like you got to stalk people on social media. You got to look through his likes to see who's actually liking a post. You're checking to see who comment and all that type of foolishness. You don't trust this person. But the truth is, let's get to the deeper of it. It ain't that you don't trust this person. You don't trust yourself. You don't trust yourself. Because your past patterns have shown that maybe you make decisions that are not in the best for you. Maybe you lack a discernment. Maybe that's exactly what's going on with you. But because your body holds on to these patterns that you have not dealt with, the fact that you have not sat back and looked at all of your relationships to see where you played a role, where you have played a role in the dynamics of how that relationship turned. Because you have not done that, now you want to build up a wall. Now you want men to climb walls to come see about you. And you do this in the form of this. Many women are stuck in hyper independence. See, hyper independence is a trauma response. Hyper independence comes from nobody came to see about me. I'm tired of being disappointed by people who said they were going to come see about me, so I'm going to see about me. And I don't need nobody to see about me. When in reality, I just want somebody to see about me. Because I see about everybody else. I just want somebody to see me and see about me. See, that's your truth. But you hide behind the mask of hyper independence because you've had to build up a wall due to so much disappointment. But you're not realizing that that wall of disappointment is the reason why you can't see love, because you can't see over that wall. You can't see over that wall. You're not willing to break down that wall. But you expect a man to climb over that wall? Well, child, that's crazy work. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. You won't even tear down the wall. You won't even look to see what's over on the wall. But you want somebody else to climb that wall. It's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. Many women are stuck in hyper independence. Many women are in control mode. Many women are in survival mode. And all of these things block them from receiving love effortlessly. Women will do things like this. We do this sometimes. You put yourself in a scenario like a situationship when you know that you want a relationship. But you settle for a situationship because you believe that that's all you really can get. Or you believe that this man is so amazing that, you're just going to go ahead and settle for that, right? So you position yourself for that. And then you start doing things like, okay, after a while, you like, I need you to tell me what's going on. If you really don't want me, just go ahead and tell me. What you're trying to do is brace for impact, because you know you really weren't supposed to be in that type of scenario anyway. Because the truth is, you feel unsafe. And that's why you're trying to get control of the scenario. You need to just tell me what's going on because of this. If you don't want to do this, just tell me. You're trying to control the outcome and brace yourself for pain. There's no way for you to be able to do that. Let me tell you something about life. Everybody is guaranteed a certain amount of pain in this life. You're going to lose people in life. You're going to lose people in death. And the sooner you come to that reality within yourself, you will not be so hung up on losing people. Because guess what? Nothing is forever on this earth. Water got an expiration date. And when you understand that everything has an expiration date, you get your mindset out of the Disney fairy tale programming that they taught you about forever. Because forever is not a thing. Forever is not a thing on this earth. It's not. And what people don't understand about relationships is that relationships in all actuality are for perspective, problem solving, growth. That's what it's about. And you can outgrow relationships. You can shift perspectives, okay? This person is here to support you to problem solve. If that's not what's happening in the relationship, then what are you doing? Where is the support? What are you doing for real? What are you really doing for real? You are not an energetic match for a relationship when you allow yourself to sit in situationships because your energy is blocked. Your energy is blocked. And so because your energy is blocked and you've been giving your energy so much in this scenario, you feel like this person owes you something. They owe you a relationship. They owe you an explanation. They owe you all of these things, when in reality you owe yourself. Because it is up to you to manage your energy properly. Emotion by definition is energy and motion. It is your responsibility to manage your energy and motion. To outsource that to someone else is irresponsible and naive if you are thinking that they are going to take care of you better than you take care of yourself. I don't know why y'all get shocked by a lot of different things. I really don't. Because the writing is always on the wall. Hey, my love, and thank you so much for these likes and these gifts. Energetic alignment is extremely important. Y'all don't even pay attention to see if your nervous system, like, you get a feeling. Butterflies are a response of your nervous system giving you a warning. When you meet someone and you get that feeling of butterflies, that's your first warning. Most women don't listen because they think that's love. They think that's, oh, I'm tripping. You were taught to doubt yourself. And I hate that for you. I hate that for you. Because the reality is nobody can play you without your permission, your participation, or the fact that you ain't paying attention. And every time you ignore those butterflies in your stomach, you're not paying attention. And you are positioning yourself to be a victim. You are volunteering for an experience when you don't pay attention. I don't care how you swing it. I don't care how you try to play it. It is exactly what it is. There are no victims for experiences that you choose to volunteer for. And that's one thing that we need to take accountability for. The woman who overfunctions and does it all in relationships tends to attract emotionally unavailable men. Let me tell you something I'm going to make this real clear. There are two positions in a relationship. There's a doer and there's doing and there's being. Okay? What I try to tell women and explain to women is this. The seat that you start in, baby, that's the seat you're going to be sitting in the majority of the time. So be very careful about the seat that you sit in. If you come in being a doer, and for the women who like to shoot they shot, and y'all can do what you want. I'm just here to tell you what it is. Everything I give you going to come from scripture, science, and psychology anyway. For the women who like to shoot their shots, I don't think you understand what it is that you're doing. But let me help you out. And if you still want to shoot your shot up there, girl, shoot. I ain't doing it. But have at it. For the women who like to shoot their shot, that's a form of control. Because you see someone or you see something that you feel like that you can get at, right? You are immediately the doer in the scenario. So when you lead by going to approach this man or to shoot your shot, don't be asking for him to be a leader later on when you started this whole thing by you being the line leader by approaching that man. See, the thing about it is, you approach him, he probably gonna go. I don't know too many who won't go. If we just gonna be real with it, I don't know too many who won't go. So when you approach him, he may go. And y'all might have fun for a little while. But after a while, when you begin to realize that you're not very comfortable sitting in the doing seat, being the planner, being the leader, and all of these different type of things, then you want to be mad. I just want to rest in my feminine. You can't, babe. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. How you want to rest in your feminine when you are trying to control the narrative? And I say the same thing for women who like to choose men who make less money than them because they want to control them. See, let's talk about it. Okay. See, some women like to have the upper hand because they've been so hurt in their experiences that they like having the upper hand in relationships, so they choose men that they feel are less than, or men that they feel like will not play them. And the motive that they're going after these men, or they're dating these type of men, is to so-called protect themselves and control the scenario. Let me tell you something. I knew someone that was like, and this was after she was done with him, and she literally said, I was never attracted to him, but I chose him because I felt like he was not gonna hurt me, and he ended up doing me the worst. Exactly, my dear Watson. You play yourself by trying to go into scenarios and control people. The only thing that you can control is self. That's why self-control is a fruit of the spirit, not controlling others. You can't control an outcome, because you thought that if you got with the medium ugly dude or the ugly dude, that he wasn't going to play you, and he played the piss out you, baby. He played you quick. Quickly. You trying to figure out, you so bamboozled, you trying to figure out how you let the dude who you weren't even attracted to get over on you. Easy. He got over on you easy because you were too busy trying to control the scenario. That's how he got over on you easy. That's exactly what he did. Because you pride yourself on doing it all. Thank you so much for these likes and these comments. You pride yourself on doing it all. You pride yourself on being that person. I'm going to be here with you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to build you up. Let me tell you something about men. Let me put you on game. Okay? Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. Men only appreciate things that they invest in. And what I'm telling you comes from the mouths of men. I absolutely adore men. I have a lot of respect for men, but I have very high value men in my community and in my life, and I only date certain type of men. And they all say the same thing. They don't value anything that they are not invested in. If a man is not in a space of sweat equity with you as a woman, meaning there is no value given, there is no provision, there is no problem solving, he is not eager to he don't like you. He don't like you. Men like being heroes. Men like problem solving. Men like showing up for women that they value. I'm telling you what I know. And I'm telling you what I have supported my clients with that have elevated their dating experiences after having horrible dating experiences. Men only invest in what they value. Men look at scenarios much like investors. They only invest in things that they deem valuable. So if he's not investing time, energy, action, attention, and even a little money sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Even a little, if he ain't on there with you, he doesn't value you, sweetie. And you need to value yourself and escape that experience, because men only invest in spaces where they feel like they're going to get a great return on their investment. That's what you better know. They only invest in spaces that they are going to get great return on the investment. I'm telling you. Women ask me all the time, how do you get men to invest and do this and do that and da-da-da-da? Like, I don't have to get them to do anything. They recognize my value. Okay? Shanice, I'm a believer. And I normally don't even answer questions like that because has nothing to do with our topic. But I do not call myself a Christian. I do not. Because if you truly study scripture, a lot of people will realize that Yeshua would not have been a part of Christianity. And Christ, by definition, means anointing. So a lot of people lack the anointing in true reality, if we just want to be honest. So no, I don't refer to myself as a Christian because Yeshua, the one that we are supposed to be, is supposed to be the example. Yeshua would not submit to Christianity. Christ would not even have that. I implore everyone to do their research on that. So, but yes, I am a believer. Okay? All right. So let's get into the third block. Since we talked about self-concept misalignment is a block, energetic misalignment is a block, and magnetism is a block. Because let's go ahead and get into it, okay? All right. Magnetism, the block of magnetism, the law of how you kind of attract when it comes down to love. love is one of those things, right? Where energy is open. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. It's light and it's very receptive, right? And the thing is this, when you're not anxious or chasing or overly attached to an outcome, that's what love feels like. Okay? That's what love feels like. It should feel light. It should feel open. It should be receptive. If you are in the presence of a man and you don't feel light as a feather, okay? And you don't feel open, and you are in a space where you don't feel receptive, you in the wrong ring, babe. You in the wrong room. You with the wrong one. You might want to get up from that table. You might want to get up from that table. Because if any part of you feels anxious, any part of you, okay, feels anxious, any part of you feels like you need to chase, you need to work hard, or you overly enamored and attached, you need to pause, you need to stop. Because you have a problem. You have a problem on your hands. You need to pay attention to what's going on. Feminine science teaches you that love, like wealth, responds to magnetism, not force. What you have to understand is that it tells you in scripture, so a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So let's talk about the heart and the depths, which is in your subconscious mind, right? Because it's science that you understand that emotions operate from right brain energy, okay? So when we're talking about the magnetism of feminine women and how that looks like, your heart beats. That's a vibrational state, okay? So your heart beats as a vibrational state, and it sends out a signal. And other people are going to respond to their vibrational state, whether they realize it or not. You ever heard a person say, I don't know what it is, but I'm just drawn to you? Me, I know, baby. I know exactly what it is. See, I ain't shocked it out. When people say, I'm just so drawn, I was just drawn, I don't know what it was about you, I'm just drawn to you. I know exactly what it is. See, I understand the vibrational state that I send out. So I have expectation to be valued. I have expectation to people to invest in me. I have expectation of that because that is what I do for myself. And anything less than that, I would never accept. Because why would I? What you are calling into your life, most importantly, what you are entertaining is a reflection of your own mirror. You cannot say that you love yourself and then you deal with a person who does not treat you with love. It's a lie. And a lot of us lie to ourselves very heavy and wonder why the universal algorithm responds to us by giving us who we are. You will only meet yourself in this life. You are every person you meet, you either meeting the light or the dark of who you are. And where you are in life and what you know about yourself determines what and how you're going to choose. Okay? And when you are a woman who understands feminine magnetism, you understand that women who lean into flow, women who lean into the vibrational state of joy, women who self-trust because they understand to try the spirit by the spirit. They're not so enamored by somebody buying them gifts. That's why I said love bombing don't work on me, baby. Of course you love me in 3 days, baby. You should. Do you know who I am? And it has nothing to do with a title. It has nothing to do with I think I'm better. It has everything to do with me understanding my value. Of course you love me, babe. Of course you want to show up for me, sweetheart. I would want to show up for me too, and that's why I show up for me the way I do. So of course you want to join the party, and I have no problem with that because what you bring to the table are sprinkles in comparison to what I already have set up. Because sprinkles go on the cone, but you gotta already have ice cream in the cone. Everything set. Everything should be an additive. When somebody says to you, when somebody says to me that I'm beautiful, it's two things you're gonna get from me. I know, depending on who I'm talking to, or oh, so you noticed that too, huh? Baby, please stop being enamored. The reason why you're so enamored with somebody, oh my God, you think I'm beautiful? Oh my God, you bought me flowers. Why you ain't buying your own self flowers? Why is that not a tradition for yourself? So when you get flowers, you can show appreciation, but you're not so enamored that you miss the fact that this man is a narcissistic person. That you miss the fact that you're dealing with a warlock. Some of you get so caught up with words. Let me put you on game. There was a man long time ago. I forgot his name. But supposedly he was like super, super not attractive. Not attractive. This was before everybody on this live time. Okay? He was so unattractive that he couldn't get nobody. But guess what he learned? He learned the art of charm. He learned the art of enchantment through words. And he learned how to spell cast to get women to be seduced and to be with him. And then he began to teach other men this same type of tactic, which is why a lot of men operate from that space of narcissism. Okay? That's a warlock. When they speak things to you, when they say certain things to you, that's a charm. These are enchantments. They are spell casting on you. And because you don't know your own value and you don't know your spirit, you're not secure spiritually, you don't know your identity, and you're not sure of yourself, you're so enamored by what they're saying that you put yourself under the spell. Because they ain't saying nothing brand new to you. They ain't saying nothing new to you. Why you don't know you're beautiful? Why is there such a something for you to get so enamored about? Why? Make it make sense. They use enchantments, they use charm, they use words on you, knowing doggone well that action is a man's language. Words are a woman's language. See, that's how we talk. We are the communal ones. Every time something going on, we want to get together and talk about it. They don't want to get together and talk about it. What do they want to do? They want to go be by themselves and figure out on their own what it is that they need to do. And then they're going to come back and tell you what happened. And a lot of times they don't even want to tell you what happened because they don't got time for you to be worried. They're going to go fix the scenario and then come back and tell you about it later. Like, men are action based. So when you meet someone who is filling you with a whole bunch of words, you better be very careful. You better be very strong in the spirit. You better be very rooted in yourself. You better know how to try the spirit by the spirit, or you're going to be seduced by a warlock. Because men who have, and let me be very clear about something, everyone has a level of narcissism. If you open your phone up right now, you got 50 million selfies. That's a level of narcissism, whether you want to realize it or not. But self-absorption, high-level narcissism, where you have people who are diagnosed with NPD, that's a different ballgame. Those people outsource their power by using other people, which is why they come and they find a new supply and a new source. That's what they do. They outsource their love. And the reason why you keep attracting them into your space is because you are outsourcing your love, because you don't love yourself and you're looking for somebody to love you. Easy target, easy prey, easy work. Never seen a sucker not get licked. Never. And this ain't the season to be a sucker. Stuff going up. It's going to be a lot of men that's going to be coming your way with a lot of enchantments and a lot of charm. And if you are not rooted in understanding who you are, if you don't understand the dynamics of your nervous system, baby, you're going to get God. You're going to get God. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry, but you need to wake up. You need to wake up and understand what exactly is happening here. Because you are pushing away what it is that you want and constantly accepting what you claim that you don't want. And you're doing it consistently, repeatedly, and it's insane. So, like I said, if you're not experiencing the love that you desire and that you want, even when it comes down to friendship, one or more of these blocks are at play. A concept misalignment, meaning you don't really know who you are. Your beliefs and who you think you are really don't match. Because a lot of y'all think that you're healed and you're this and you're that, but you're still operating out of wounds. And we see it when you crying in other people's comments. Okay? Like, we see it all the time. So self-concept misalignment, energy misalignment. You don't recognize when your nervous system is actually going off and warning you. And you don't know how to sit in your feminine energy. So you do things like become hyper independent. You try to control things. And it blocks exactly everything that is that you want. Yes, please stop. You need to be love bombing yourself. See, this is the thing. I love bomb myself so much. I couldn't. And I don't even say never. Beloved. Anything. I don't care if a man bought me land. You understand what I'm telling you? That still ain't enough to love by me. I'm going to appreciate it. I'm going to show my appreciation. You're going to feel that I'm appreciated. But baby, I'm not fixated on that. I'm not fixated on that. Y'all get so fixated when a man give you $500. It's nothing to give you $500 when I got $500,000 in the bank. Y'all need to really recognize exactly what is going on so you stop being so enamored by things. But if you do things for yourself on the regular, you're not enamored by the BS. You're not enamored by the BS. And you can stop entertaining what you don't want and start entertaining what you actually do desire. Now, let's talk about the feminine science of love and how love actually works, okay? So I know you're probably like, okay, with all of that, what's the solution, you know, and all of that. So here's the thing. If you feel like you've been doing all the things right and love still isn't working or going your way, that's because the shift isn't external. You can lose weight. I used to be almost 100 pounds heavier. You can lose weight. You can get plastic surgery. You can wear makeup. You can do all the things to transform your external. But if you don't deal with that inner, and if you don't get with that internal, you're going to be in trouble, because love responds to alignment, not effort. That's why when you work so hard in that situationship, he still won't make you his girlfriend. That's why when you work so hard in that relationship as his girlfriend, that he still won't make you his wife. That's why you work so hard at that 9 to 5 and they still won't promote you. Hard work out of alignment ain't getting you nowhere. And that's what you need to get. You can work extremely hard in a relationship, but if you ain't supposed to be there, baby, it ain't gonna work. I don't care what you do. You can cry out to the Most High all day long. All day long. If it's not in alignment, it ain't gonna work. I don't care how much work you do. If it ain't in alignment for you to get that promotion, guess what? It ain't gonna happen. No matter how many tails you kiss, how many extra shifts you pick up, all this other stuff, none of that is going to happen for you. None of it. And I do mean none of it, because effort is not where it's at. It's alignment. This is why, again, it tells you to not be unequally yoked. And to something as simple as being unequally yoked is knowing that you want a relationship, or knowing that you're dating for marriage but settling for a situationship. That's unequally yoked. That's out of alignment. And that's what a lot of people are missing. Love responds to alignment, not effort. When you align your self-concept, your energy, and your magnetism, every single thing changes in your life. Okay? So, here's the feminine science of love. Your self-concept, which is the foundation of your love life. What love is to you. Okay? Thank you, my love. All praise to the Most High. What love looks like to you. What's the foundation of love for you? See, a lot of you don't know the foundation of love because you're still running off what you saw in your house. And what you saw in your house wasn't right. And you're doing a lot of repeating. See, you think you're better than your mama. You think you're better than your mama because you ain't dealing with nobody who cheating on you, right? But when you get behind closed doors, that man can't control his anger, so he talks to you like you are scum and gum on the bottom of his shoe. But you think you're so much better because he ain't putting his hands on you, right? Where did you learn the concept that disrespect was love? From your own house that you picked up? But you think you better than your mama because at least he ain't beating on you or cheating on you, right? Okay. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these comments and these likes. So your self-concept is primary, which is the foundation of your love life. The second thing when it comes down to the feminine science in regard to love is your nervous system. This means the regulator of what feels safe to receive. See, when you're not in tune with your nervous system, you will think that what you feel is an overflow of love and passion. Oh my God. And it's going to keep you in a poorhouse and position you for poverty because you're about to play yourself massively. You're about to play yourself massively because you think you tripping. You went on a date, with the first date with him, and it didn't feel right. Let me I'm going to give you a really good example of this. Really good. Okay? I remember going on a date, right? And I remember a man saying to me, I just want you to loosen up. I just want you to loosen up. I just want you to open up with me. I just want you to do this with me, right? And naturally, I'm a very warm person. Naturally, I am very kind. And when I deal with men, especially men that I feel like I can trust, there is no such thing as me being open because I am open. So the perception that this man had of me was that I was not open, right? So automatically I went on the inside of me to say, I feel like I'm being myself. But if energetically he feels like I'm not being open with him, then there is something within my body that's saying, ding, 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 ding. No. Because naturally, my energy is to be warm and to be open. So if you're not feeling that for me, then something within me is blocking how full I desire or I naturally would be with you. That is how my body now operates, because I listen to my body so much. I listen to what I feel so much, to where even when it won't even say nothing, somebody else will pick up on that energy. And guess what? When he said that, and I said, and I start thinking to myself, and I always ask the Most High about everyone. I said, okay, this feels uncomfortable for this person to be saying that I need to be open with them. It makes me feel like they're trying to rush me. It makes me feel like they're trying to push me into something. And the feminine don't rush. The feminine is never rushed to make decisions. Most of the time when men ask me to go out the first time, I normally decline the first offer and normally schedule it for something else, because you just can't pop anything on me. Again, there are requirements to access my energy and rules to engage with me. I don't have a wall up. There's definitely a gate though. So that scenario played itself out. I'm like, I ain't really feeling this. I don't know why I'm not feeling it, but I just ain't feeling it. And I soon found out after, not maybe like a day later, that this man had someone that he was living with. See what I'm saying? So he felt like I was not being open with him, when in reality, my body was protecting me and letting me know the Most High was alerting me and letting me know that this was not a safe environment for me. My body naturally just responded to that. And literally the next day, I found out that. And I didn't even go looking for it. It fell in my lap. Women do not understand, when you feel off about something, that is not something that you turn around and you ignore. When somebody is trying to push you, trying to rush you, trying to force you into making a decision or doing certain things, you need to slow. That should make you slow down even more. I would never allow anyone to rush me to make a decision. I don't care what it is. See, don't be so enamored by things. And don't get me wrong, let me put you on game. He was kind when I met him. He was generous. He gave me a gift the first day. The first day I met him, he gave me a gift. See, this is what I be talking about right here. But if I was a fool, if I didn't love myself, if I was love starved, I would have been love bombed, and I would have been chasing that. The first day I met him, he gave me a gift. I said I like something. He gave me a gift. Met him again. He took care of everything. Every time I met him, he took care of everything. But the minute he started to say, I just want you to open up with me, my antennas went, I am warm. I am naturally open. I am naturally receptive. So if you're not getting that type of energy from me, then, my body is naturally going into protective mode. And I'm going to honor it by paying attention. And I'm going to slow down so I can hear. And so I can see. Because I'm not enamored by the gift you gave me. I'm not enamored by the 2 dinners that we've had. I'm not enamored by any of that. Because guess what? I buy myself gifts all the time. Men buy me gifts all the time. People buy me gifts all the time. I go to dinner all the time. People buy me dinner all the time. I'm not enamored. You can't love bomb me, sweetheart. I expect love. I am love. So I expect you to come with offerings, because I am love. Nice try. See, there are no victims, only volunteers. If I would have doubted myself and be like, I'm tripping, maybe it's not that. I mean, he was nice. He did give me this and he did do that. So? Did all of that to try to get something from me and to get me into a trap. That's exactly how the enemy operates, baby, please. See, that's how you get scammed. When you don't know yourself. See, Genesis let me know that I have the Most High within me. I was created in the likeness and the image of the Most High. I have the character of the Most High, I have a godlike nature, and I have dominion. So the thing is this, I expect you to come to me correctly because you understand that women are amplifiers. So whatever you are bringing to me, my love, you know I'm going to amplify. You saw my value before you came over here. Who is you playing with? I am not one of them. And that is the mindset that you have when you understand your identity. You understand who you are and whose you are. And you always protect it, baby. Nobody can scam you. Nobody can play without your permission, your participation, or the fact that you ain't paying attention. Y'all ain't asking people. Y'all ain't asking the Most High about people. And it shows. Because there's no way you getting played like that. Continuously. It's no way. No way. You're not paying attention. Or you're participating in the experience. See, and what that was, see how I was able to get that? Because I understand the feminine science of love. Number one, my self-concept. See, I got my foundation of my love life set. You ain't finna come over here and shake my stuff up. This ain't that. This is not that. You can't shake up my self-esteem. You can't make me feel small. You can't do any of that, because what I understand is that creations on this earth are creations of the Creator. And the Creator says that I am beautifully and wonderfully made. Who are you to dispute that? Who are you to say anything against that? Who are you to say anything different from that? Find you somebody to play with, because I'm not one of them with low self-esteem who don't know she fine, who don't know that she's valuable. The problem is you don't know who you are. It's not that they don't know your worth. They know your worth. You don't know your worth. And that's what they bank on. That's why they use you as a source. Because narcissistic men are going to outsource their power. They need your power because they understand the cycles of feminine energy. And you don't. And that's your problem. Because you don't know yourself. So if I was not in tune with my nervous system, the regulator of what feels safe to receive, I didn't feel safe. The minute that he said, you need to open up. What do you mean? What do you mean? Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these comments. Thank you, darling. What do you mean? I am open. I am warm. So if I'm not open and I'm not naturally warm with you energetically, you're not feeling it, that means that something is up with you. So let me start asking questions. Let me start paying attention to what the Most High is about to reveal, because I've already asked about you, babe. As soon as you ask for my number, I'm talking to the Most High. Hey, he claimed he want me. This is me every time. He claimed he want me. You already know how I'm coming. So, and I know you got me. So before this even goes anywhere where it needs to go, allow me to see this individual. Reveal to me who this is. And allow, because the thing about it, everybody has something, but reveal to me who this is, Most High. And if this is in alignment with my life, even if it's in the form of a friendship or a form of business or in a form of romance, because all of these things can influence my life. So Most High, reveal to me, even if it hurts my feelings, reveal it to me before I break my own heart. See, I'm real with the Most High. I'm and every time it never fails. I'm going to find out who you are. That's why I tell people, friend, just tell me who you are before I ask the Most High about you. Because I'm going to ask. So if I didn't recognize the signs of my nervous system, I probably could have fallen for that. Okay? Here's the third thing when it comes down to feminine science of love. Your feminine energy. Okay? Your feminine energy is the magnet that draws love to you. Okay? It is the openness, it is the lightness, it is the receptivity. Okay? So with that being said, I know for a fact when you shift your energy, your entire love life and life just shifts in general. And that's why I created a masterclass. Okay? So there's a link in the bio for a masterclass that I'm having on 2/27. I am going to teach you all of these things. I am going to teach you about your self-concept. I'm going to teach you about love in your nervous system so you can stop falling for butterflies. I'm going to teach you the truth about your feminine energy and why it's a magnet that draws to you. And this is the only class I am going to have around relationships and love, because y'all know I don't be want to have it. Yes, I have clients who have gotten married. Yes, I have clients who have gotten better dating experiences after working with me. Yes, I have clients who have healed their marriages after working with me. I don't like to focus on that because I'm not a relationship coach. I focus on the energetics. See, I put you in position to be an energetic match for what you claim that you want. A lot of women are not energetic matches for what they claim they want. The main reason why I'm doing this class is because you cannot afford to fall for a fool. You cannot afford to get please don't piss me off. The situation, I'm gonna go on here and hit it. The situation in Detroit with those children leaving this earth because they had to freeze by sleeping in a car, when the mother called the father and said, "Can you get them for a minute?" and he didn't get them. Please don't piss me off by not recognizing who these people are. And please, and let me not even get started, because there already was a cycle of poverty, because the mother of the mother was sleeping in a van, sleeping in a car, and she 49. You need to be wise in this season about the men that you are going to be dealing with. That man left, did not come and get his children, and his children froze too. Pay attention to what it is that you are feeling on the inside of you. Pay attention to the warning signs. There is a show called Evil Lives Here, and every single time they start the show, I love that show because I love crime shows. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and comments. But every time they start the show, they always say, there were always signs. There were always signs. And there are always signs. See, that sister came from a cycle of poverty. He knew she was in poverty when he laid down with it and created children. He knew that, because men who are not in alignment with their healthy masculine energy will lay with a dog. A dog. Don't, baby, all you gotta do is go on Reddit and read some of these horrible stories about what a man who is not in his authentic, healthy, masculine energy will sleep with anything. He knew that she didn't have nothing when he laid with her. And he laid up with her and had 2 children with her. But let me bring this back, though. Because, again, men are the gatekeepers of marriage, but women are the gatekeepers of children and the legacy. They can't have no kids if they don't get up in our wombs. And when you have skill sets, and when you have understanding, and when you understand who you are, you don't position yourself for poverty-stricken situations like that, where you got to lay on your back to get something, and then when you need to call them, they're nowhere to be found. That man that man said he was at the gym. He was at the gym when his children were freezing in a car. Don't piss me off, because I'm already hot about that. I'm so hot about that. And I ain't just hot at him. I'm hot at us too. Because the mother couldn't help her because she was in poverty. And the mother of the mother couldn't help her because she was in poverty. And we have got to wake up. You have creative and witty inventions in your very being, according to Proverbs 8 and 12. You are to tap into those gifts so they can make room for you, so that you can create self-sustainability. Ain't no excuse for you leaning on no man because you can't get none done. Your position, even if you are married, is not just to be your husband's wife. You got a whole nother assignment. You need skills. You need to have your own money. You need to be able to take care of your own. And you need to not have any children that if that man decides he don't want this, or if he passes away, you don't need to have no more children that you can handle on your own. That needs to be the thought process. For real. I am tired of us being silly. We are being silly. And I'm over it. In real time. No excuses. Get yourself together. This is not the time for you to be laying up being a fool. Do you understand? Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these comments. This is not the time for that. So, baby, I hope those children are in that man's nightmare. I hope he can't sleep. You better know. But this is what you set yourself up for. When you are not paying attention and you are not aware of your own self-concept, because let's get back into it. When you have no real concept of self, when you don't understand your value, you will live beneath yourself, your worth, all of these things. This woman did not have a self. You can look at her. She was just broken. No self-concept. Nervous system shattered. Feminine energy nowhere near around. Nowhere near around because she had to be in survival mode. So much so that she had to sleep in a car with her children. Stop playing. This ain't the year to be playing. You got 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes. You got 3 to 6 months before you really start feeling it in the United States. You got 30 minutes. I hope you're doing what you need to do. And I hope you ain't out here allowing yourself to be tricked by the foolishness because you don't understand yourself. You got 30 minutes, baby. So if you know that you are a person who does not do well, who continues to fall for these type of things, you need to be in that masterclass on the 27th. It's $111. It's $111 for a specific reason. Because it's an alignment, the number one alignment. So if you are ready to get in alignment with the energy of the type of love, the type of things that you desire to receive, then being in that class is probably going to be very vital for you. If you think that butterflies is love, then you need to be in that class because you're going to understand what love looks like from the aspect of your nervous system and what it really feels like. So you can recognize that a lot of y'all think you in love, think you in relationships. In reality, you in attachments. Relationships means you relate to them. It means you connected. To force something is an attachment. To keep, I'm trying to make this work. Girl, don't piss me off. Please don't piss me off with that. I'm trying to make this work. What do you mean? Either it's working or it ain't, baby. When you gonna tell yourself the truth? When you gonna tell yourself the truth? So if you are a woman who knows that you struggle in this area, and there's no shame in it. There's no shame in it because they didn't teach us. It's okay. And a lot of us are still running off the old programming. But now that you've been on this live and you know, you have no excuses. So I expect the ones who really are about their life and who want to switch it to be in that masterclass. And the ones who don't, best wishes to you in 2025. It's about to get real interesting, especially around after June. Probably a little bit before that. I'm trying to tell you something without telling you something. A lot of people going to be looking to shack up. A lot of people going to be looking at, oh, I love you. A lot of people going to be coming from out the woodwork, baby. The savages are out. Hold tight to your crown. Hold tight to your consciousness. Hold tight to who you are. If you don't know who you are, baby, they're going to tell you who you are. They're going to sell you who they are. And you're going to buy it because you a sucker. They just got to get licked. And this ain't going to be for every woman because there are still some women who going to still be out here trying to save folks and try to be martyrs. Better recognize that broken heart syndrome is a real thing and people die from it every day, B. I saw somebody die from it firsthand. Not a pretty sight, my love. We were not created to be in relationship after relationship after relationship or relationship. That's why biblically they don't talk about dating. See, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get how society tricked you into being toxic and having anxiety. It's all a program. Disney taught you that love was forever and told you butterflies in the stomach, all while knowing that butterflies is a response of your nervous system telling you to run. They don't care about you. You need to care about you. So, click the link in the bio to get access to their masterclass. Like I said, it's 111. I don't really want to hear no excuses. Please, please, don't hop in here asking me nothing about love. You can ask questions, but don't ask me nothing about love because I'm gonna refer you to that masterclass because that's where you need to be. We've all made mistakes in love. We've all been a fool before, but how long you gonna be a fool? To continue to be a fool going into 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. These are choices. These are choices. See, in your 20s, we play a lot. We really trying to figure life out. We trying to do this. You're coming in the 30s, you're coming in the 40s, you're coming in the 50s. I done seen some 60, 70, and 80-year-old fools. And I hate that for them because their life is never, the quality of life is never appealing, attractive, or like none of that. You only get better or bitter as you age. Choose your master, baby. Choose your path. Okay? Thank you, my love, for these gifts. Please drop your questions in the comments for me. I'm going to take a couple of them. I'm going to take a couple of them before I get ready to go. If I want to take the masterclass, but the time isn't, yes, you will. So here's the thing about the masterclass and masterclasses with me. If you purchase a masterclass, you're going to get a replay and you're going to get access to it. This masterclass is coming with a replay. It's $111. You can get it with Klarna, Affirm, Afterpay. That's why I won't hear no excuses. Don't come on my line. I'm so for when I say this. I'm like, hear me when I say this, because I'm not playing. With me offering this masterclass, and I'm going to keep it up here for a while, right? Because like I said, it's happening on the 27th. Don't come asking me nothing after the fact about men and how do you know if and da 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 da. It ain't about how do you know if a man is playing. It's about how do you know yourself? Do you know yourself? Your feminine energy? Do you know yourself? That's what we talking about. Okay? Are you still offering the bundle? Which bundle, baby? The Wealth Alchemist bundle, yes. The Wealth Alchemist bundle, yes. Yes, this will be on YouTube. What are some feminine ways to express love to a man? I was going to ask you a question before I finish my my statement. But let me read this again and then make sure I'm not talking. And let the Most High talk. My YouTube link is in the bio. So here's the thing. Feminine ways to express love to a man. My first question to you is that, is this man requesting that you express love to him? That's my first question. That is my question. And I hate to answer a question with a question, but that is my question. Because when women naturally are nurturers, and we're always looking for ways to please and pacify and, pour into. And my first question is always, have you been asked for that? Because women get mad. They get mad at me, baby, when I tell them. They be like, well, I did this and I did this. Who told you to do that? He asked for that? Men are very specific. I promise you, men are way more simple than you realize. They will tell you what they want. And they will and if they want it from you, they're going to tell you what they want. So the thing is this what you are being asked for? Because if you're not being asked for this, I wouldn't recommend you just start doing that. I just wouldn't start doing that. Absolutely. You hit the nail on the head, Cake. Correct. That's why I asked what I asked. Because most men are not seeking love. Most men are seeking respect. Because to them, respect outweighs love. Women are seeking love. But the question wasn't how to express respect. It was how to express love. And I don't know too many men who ask for that. I don't. That's just me, though. Congratulations. I see people have purchased the masterclass. You guys are going to get emails this evening. So congratulations to you. Any other questions? I want us not to be suckers in this season. Y'all don't really have time for that. It's time out for the foolishness. Dead serious. Dead serious. It's time out for the foolishness. And I'm really tired of y'all being played due to your lack of understanding. So if you want to get an understanding, most definitely get in this class. Because the key thing is that if you want to understand the opposite sex, then you need to understand yourself. Because understanding the science of yourself is how you understand the science of everyone else around you. Understanding the science of your feminine design is going to help you understand the science of the masculine design. And you will stop expecting the masculine design to perform like the feminine design. Because let me help y'all out. Y'all know when y'all be congratulations, I can't wait to see you in the masterclass. Y'all know when y'all be choosing men based on how they look. Y'all know this is a masculine trait, right? And my man gotta be fine. That's a masculine trait, sweetie. Men look for women and they value beauty currency in women. Women should not be seeking men based on how they look. That's why y'all keep getting played. It's exactly how you keep getting played. Why are you seeking beauty currency in a man? Anytime you see a man that has beauty currency and that's so fine, somebody taking care of him, babe. And you finna join the party. Have you not realized that and seen that? Most women, most men who are like that, there's normally a woman who's pacifying that because she's so enamored, and normally she's the masculine one. She's the masculine one because she's doing all the doing, and he just sitting back looking pretty. But y'all do like pretty boys, don't you? Ain't never been my forte, babe. Ain't never been my forte. I like men. I like men. Men with hard hands, if you can, baby. And if your hands soft, everything gotta be. But a lot of y'all be in y'all masculine energy looking for men to be beautiful and to be pretty and to be so fine and to be so attractive because you just want to have the finest. That's what men do. I need the baddest girl in here. Why are you acting like I need my man need to be so fine? Let me know how to work out for you. Let me know how to work out for you, sweet love. Okay? What other questions do you guys have? What other questions do you guys have? What other questions do you guys have? Being enamored by a man's looks is crazy work. And most of the time that man is pretty feminine. If he's so enamored in his looks, like so much so, the majority of the time he operates more so in right brain energy, baby. I was guilty of that and it didn't work for me. At least I feel you, it don't work. It don't work. Every time I've seen it, it went without. Let me tell you something. Any man I deal with, he ain't got to be finding none of y'all. No, he ain't never got to be finding none of y'all. That's what you better know. He just got to be attractive when it comes to... I need to be attracted to him. He ain't got to look like nothing you want him to look like. But if you ever see me with somebody, what do you mean? Ow. You better know. You better know he know his position. You better know he doing and I'm being. How about that? That's what you better know. Because I ain't that. Why do some of us attract feminine men such as pretty boys and metros? Because a lot of women are in their masculine energy. If you're the doer, you need a beer. If you're the doer, you need a beer, baby. And that's what you're going to get. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. Because here's the thing. Energetically, there is no way for you to be in your feminine and be in a healthy relationship with a man that's in his feminine too. The only way you can be in a relationship with a man who operates more so from his feminine energy is because you operate more so in your masculine energy. That is the law of polarity. I don't care how you spin it. You can't beat the science. There's no way. There's no way. Because if you have that, and this is exact, and let me tell you something, how the dynamic changes. There are women who got married to men, and the women were in their masculine, and they married men in their feminine, right? Who were in their more so in their feminine nature. And what ended up happening is when those women did their internal work, and they wanted to be feminine, and they started operating from feminine, they start getting into it with the husband, like two cats, like two women. Because he's fighting for who you used to be. And you're fighting him due to who you're becoming. Now, let sizzle on that. Let that thought sizzle in your mind. Because that's a reality. That's a reality. And that happens a lot. This is why as women, I always say before you enter into a covenant, such as marriage, you are very clear on yourself. Stop letting society and other people put a date on when you need to be being married, when you need to be doing this, when you need to be doing that. No, you only need to do things that are in alignment with you. Because if not, you're going to find yourself in a world of heartache continuously. Keep trying to do it on your own. It don't work like that. It does not work like that. Hey, lovey, it does not work like that at all. So the thing about it is, if you are a woman and you keep attracting feminine type of men, I'm just asking, did you approach them first? Are you the doer in the relationship? Or are you being? That's why I don't shoot my shot, baby. My mic not on? Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the comments. Okay, good deal. Do I think that I will ever marry again? Yeah, if it's in alignment. It got to make sense. And in order for it to make sense, thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes, it has to be in alignment. Meaning we have the same shared values, we're going in the same direction, and we both have a vision for what that looks like. So we're married to the mission. See, a lot of women are married to men, and you're not married to the mission, and that's why the marriage fails, because you're married to the men, and you forget that men are flawed. You forget that. You forget that, baby. You forget that men are flawed. You forget that everybody got something, because you have this person on this pedestal to be this white horse hero, but due to your piss poor programming from Disney. And you're married to the man. You have all the expectations for the man, and there was no mission. There was no mission that y'all was working towards, any goals, anything, because there's no vision. And like it tells you in scripture, without a vision, the people gonna perish. And the marriage, what? Perished. And if I'm gonna keep it 100% real, that's why my marriage perished. Because I didn't have a vision. I didn't know myself when I first got married. How about that? I was 28 when I got with him. I was 30 when I got married. I still didn't know myself. And understanding that about myself and being real with myself about that, being married before and have been married for 8 years, I now have a better understanding of things. And how I approach men, how I deal with men is completely different, which is why I have amazing dating experiences. I can't say men doing me. They ain't. I don't have it. But again, there are requirements to access my energy, and there are rules to engage with me. So, real simple, real easy. Hey, lovey. I know somebody asked a question. Why do men want to control an independent woman? Here's a question. I guess let me say this. Independent by definition basically means for you to be on your own. So if you're on your own and you're solely independent, then why do you actually need a man? Okay, so let's start there. And if you do decide that you need him or you want him in your space, right? Men like to be needed. So it ain't even really that you need him, because a part of you is like, you don't need him, but you want him there. So that automatically is an energetic, that's a misaligned energy match right there. And what you don't realize about men is that men are the masters of energy reading, which is why they don't buy your crap when you say, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. They know exactly when the energy shifts. We are the masters of intuition. So you can't play with us because we always know what's going on, and you can't fool men by saying ain't nothing going on, because they're going to feel it. So if you are an independent woman who has it in your mind that you don't need a man, but you actually want him around, you're going to treat him as if he's an option. You're going to treat him as if he doesn't matter. And he's going to reflect that back to you by what? Trying to control the narrative, trying to control the scenario. So guess what? He is your shadow. He is your shadow. He reflects you. You're trying to control the scenario by being so independent that you have yourself locked up in this wall, and you're trying to make him climb over this wall. And when he get over this wall, he's so tired, exhausted, and pissed off, he ready to square up with you because you made him go over this wall, when in reality, you didn't even want this from the get-go. It's an option for you. This is not even really what you want. So it's not so much about him trying to control the independent woman. The independent woman herself needs to ask herself, does she really feel like she need to have the masculine in her life? Or does she just want him there? And if she just want them there, you treat them like a side. And you know, sides get switched out. You can switch out the side. You can do whatever. So if you're treating someone as if they're an option, they're going to take control of the scenario however they see fit. And they're going to try to break you. Truthfully, because here's the thing, because the whole mindset of an independent woman is that you don't need a man. So the fact that you have me here and you really don't need me, I'm gonna break your. That's the mindset. That's the mindset. But the mindset is a reflection of the tone you set, and that's what women don't understand. And this is coming from a former independent woman. So that's what that is. That's what that is. It's a reflection of you, whether we want to realize it or not. Because you said you don't need them. You prided yourself on not needing them. But you got them and you want them, so you say, but you treat them like you don't need them. So then he starts to show you what that actually looks like. And that's what that is. Instead of being a partner, he creates competition. Exactly. Exactly. Because here's the thing. If you're saying that you don't need me, I'm going to show you. I'm gonna show you. That's what that is. I'm gonna show you. That's why they want to break you. Because truthfully, you claim you didn't need them anyway. So, but you got me here and you're treating me like this because you got your own and you don't need me. So let me break you in another way. Let me break your heart. Bing, ding, ding, ding. You only meet yourself, baby. You only meet yourself. So be very careful about what you say about yourself, especially independent means to be solely on your own. Most of us are not solely on our own. Interdependent is what we're looking at. My husband tells me that I need to be submissive and things will work out. I can't speak on nobody's personal marriage without me understanding and knowing what exactly is happening in their dynamic. In my experience, to be honest with you, and this is just me, I've never met a man who asked for submission that actually deserved it. And I'm not speaking on your husband, be clear when I say that. But I'm just talking about me, in my experience and what I've seen. Men who normally get submitted to don't have to ask for it. It naturally happens. The men who have entered into my space that I have loved, I knew I was going to love them the first time I met them because energetically I just felt safe. My nervous system was calm. I could take what they were saying, and it was no kind of form of question. Every man that I met in that space and I knew I was going to love, I knew I was going to love him day one because I felt it. Whether my mind caught up to it and my emotions caught up to it, I knew that I felt safe, right? It just happens naturally. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. Men who try to force you to be open, men who try to force you to be submissive, normally those men, they don't need submission. Leaders are naturally submitted to. Even when you break this down in the form of a gang, if you was to look at it from gang life, the one who is that dude, he don't ask people to follow him. People just follow that dude because he has shown himself to be that dude. So he can build a whole bunch of people around him, a whole bunch of people that's going to do what they want him to do, what he say do, because he is that dude. Submission is something that does not have to be asked for. At all. I'm always leery if a man open his mouth talking about some submission, baby. Don't talk to me about that wrong one. What do they want us to submit to when they lack leadership? Listen, because you won't be blindly leading me. If a man does not have authority in his own life, if he is not led and he's not a leader in his own life, then how can he lead you? He lacks authority in his own life. A man who is not, like I said, a man who is not operating in a space of authority, is not leading in his own life. You don't see evidence of this. Where can he lead you? Off a cliff? Straight to hell? I don't know. Just over a cliff? All of that. All of that. Okay? So understand that, like I said, it's called submission. You cannot submit. Period. Period. It's called submission. I cannot submit to a man without a mission, period. And a man that has a mission is a man with a vision. And that means if that man has a vision, he has a plan, baby. But if he ain't on mission, he ain't got no vision. And without a vision, the people gonna perish. And you gonna perish right along with him if you want to try to get with him. But hey, do what you want. But click the link in the bio so that you can get access to this masterclass that I'm having. That is called Love in Your Nervous System. You can click the link in the bio to get access. You're going to get emails tonight welcoming you to class. The class is going to be on 2/27. I am doing this class. It's the only class I'm about to do in any form of love, y'all. And I'm doing this on purpose because y'all cannot afford to be suckers in 2025. These men going to be coming out the woodwork. They're going to be homeless. It's going to be hard. It's going to be crazy. And if you are not clear on self, if you do not have a good relationship with your nervous system, if you are not clear on your self-concept and your identity in the one that created you, you will be a sucker for love. And child, I hate it for you. I hate it for you, okay? So click the link in the bio, get access, and get your ticket. It's $111. You can get a recliner, firm, and afterpay. I don't want to hear no excuses. Because while y'all getting cute for Valentine's Day, a lot of people are getting cute. Make sure that your love foundation is where it needs to be. So while you got your cute outfit from Shein on Afterpay, Affirm, and Klarna, get your ticket to this masterclass so you can have your heart posture right. And so you can call in what it is that you really want in the form of friendship, in the form of romance, in a form of partnership, period. Because it's required. You will only meet yourself. And if you don't know yourself, that's why you always confused. And that's why they tell you a man who confuses you is one who is clear about you, but make sure that you are not clear about him. But see, when you are clear about you, then you can make some real decisions, even if they're cutthroat, when it comes down to protecting, preserving yourself, because you are top priority. How about that? Okay? Any more questions? I'm going to get off here. Because I gotta go. So any more questions before I go? Congratulations to those who have purchased tickets to the masterclass. I'm so excited. I'm really, really excited about it because a lot of women are going to be supported in that masterclass. I'm tired of us falling for the tricks. I'm going to talk about that in the masterclass. Royalty. You do the same. So if you want to know more about that aspect, you're going to have to you're going to have to dig. Okay. All right, y'all. So I'm not seeing any additional questions. Click the link in the bio to get access to your class. How long have you been knowing yourself? How long did it take? What you see in front of you is 8 years of work. Yes, me too. What you see in front of you is 8 years of work. Okay? 8 years of work. So, yeah. How do I join from the UK? Click the link in the bio. Just click the link in the bio where it says nervous. I think it says love and nervous system. Click the link in the bio and grab your ticket. Okay? Grab your ticket. So, yep, this is 8 years of work. And I'm still knowing myself. Knowing yourself is a journey. I always tell people that your widest relationship has to be with yourself because it's the most expansive. And the reason why I say it's the most expansive is because you're constantly learning about you. You're constantly shifting and changing. So you're always keeping up with yourself. You don't keep up with the Joneses. You keep up with you. Okay? That's it. Enjoy your Shabbat too, sis. You're welcome. All praise to the Most High. All right, y'all. I'm about to go. Congratulations again to those who grabbed their tickets to the masterclass. This is going to be on replay tomorrow on my YouTube channel, probably in the morning. So go over there and subscribe and catch all the other stuff. And if you missed the other feminine science lesson from 2 weeks ago, it's going up in a vault by Monday. So you got to go watch it before it goes away. I only keep my lectures up there for 2 weeks. So you can go and you can catch it, okay? The first one that we did is about to be 14 days up tomorrow, and it's going to go private. So, because it's going in my community for my paid subscribers on YouTube. So if you want to go over there and you want to get more access to exclusive content, and not lose certain things, then go over there, okay? Why am I? Jeez, sorry. But all right, y'all, let me go ahead and go. I hope that y'all have an amazing, amazing day, amazing weekend, just in general. Please don't be no suckers, okay? Jeez, because I never seen a sucker not get lit. All right? Click the link in the bio so we can get to work. All right? All right, y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Happy Feminine Friday. And